visionary is someone who sees beyond what is into what could be. They imagine and inspire new futures. Those who create are the ones who define the future. A future directed by you.
Testing 1, 2, 3. My microphone's working. Let's go, y'all. You already know who it is. Your boy Mac of all games, and I'm the host with the most, aka the big guy, crack daddy on all the interwebs. For those who watch my recent content, and I'm the host of the Virtual Visionary podcast. I'm here with some amazing guests. We have DJ versus everybody, and we have MegabyteMegan. I'm so happy that you guys have decided to join me for my 5th episode of this Virtual Visionary podcast. That means we've been going for 2 months and a half strong so far. And I would like to say that it's been a lot. It's been a lot. There's been a lot of people come through. We have had actors, we had models, we had journalists, we had other podcasters, we had other content creators, and just amazing people overall. So another group of amazing people to join me today is incredible. For our introductions, I'm gonna do this in a very professional style. I had to get some help with this writing, so forgive me. DJ, a versatile content creator whose work currently focuses on gaming, and though he is actively exploring a variety of content creating avenues, DJ is dedicated to expanding his craft, experimenting with new formats, and refining the approach to content creation, all while building consistency and developing his voice in the gaming community. And in addition to content creation, DJ is also focused on fitness and his own well-being, integrating physical health into his routine to maintain energy, focus, and honestly what everybody does when they exercise, just to look good. And Megan, MegabyteMegan here is a creator whose work combines cosplay, content creation, writing, and filmmaking. She explores storytelling through both visual and written forms, bringing creativity and skill and thoughtful design to every project she undertakes. With a director background, she's mastered the art of telling people exactly what to do while secretly hoping they'll do it differently. Her work reflects a blend of imagination technique, highlighting the ways of performance, narrative, and visual expression come together in her own creative process. These are very amazing people. Again, I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm excited. Before I get into the whole question asking thing, one of you asked me what made me want to start my podcast. I'm gonna answer real quickly. I wanted to do it. I did it for the fortune and fame. And the money. Obviously the money. If it wasn't the money, then I wouldn't be doing this. But no. I started this podcast because originally oh god, it's so far back. So when I first started streaming, I got interviewed by a creator named Fall Paladin. I was very nervous that time, and when I finished the interview, I was like, this is real easy, and I liked it. I enjoyed talking to someone else and expressing my feelings and thoughts and whatnot to that person. And then I started my own interview segments on Instagram Live. Now I stopped doing that for a while, and then I thought I was already talking about people to do a podcast, and I was inspired by the Chicks and Giggles podcast, which we make we call it it's called the Get Fresh Crew podcast. And those are some of my amazing friends. And I was like, I could do this. And so I basically wanted to combine the fact that I wanted to do a podcast and an interview show at the same time. The game part was just, and it was inspired to me because I enjoy creating so much. And I didn't want to have just the same stuff that everybody else has. There's some things like you've seen, like, these other podcasts where they'll have, different games for their celebrity guests, but they don't really like win anything because they're already rich. What do you really need to win? You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give back to the people who take their time out to, hang out with me and get through all my BS with all these games that I created. But yeah, I just enjoy talking to people. I'm always nervous out there before every episode. I wanted to share my love of content creation with other people who also love content creation, and talking to these people and let people know who you are as individuals. And while I segue into that, Megabyte Megan, where did your name come from? Your username?
I wanted something that was like very like catchy for everybody to remember. And like at first I was thinking about Megatron Megan, but like it wasn't fitting right with me. So that's where Megabyte Megan came from.
Oh, simple. So no actual like real hard thought word process of it. I mean, Megatron Megan would have made it out, but then I would have to call myself what, Optimus Prime so back? Like I couldn't let you go out here like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, something simple. I mean, as I always say to everybody, like, you know, if you have a unique name, you got to stand out. DJ, what about you?
So DJ is my part of my initials, and versus everybody. So I am from Detroit, the Detroit area. We have a saying: "It's Detroit versus everybody." All of that started in Detroit, so it just made sense.
Stealing other people's content. All right. No, but I if I had a cool saying here in Pittsburgh, I would also, they have yins, YINZ. I don't, it's supposed to be a verb, a noun, all sorts of stuff. It's the worst thing I've ever heard of before, but you know, nothing wrong with having creative names. Like I said, you know, but my problem is that DJ used to be DJ versus everybody, so he switched his name. So I kept like thinking like DJ versus everybody, say the same person. That's his fault.
I only switched it twice.
How many times did you switch your name, Megan?
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. DJ, what inspired you to start streaming or creating content in general?
So I started watching like the YouTube gaming side in college. So I want to say that was 2013. I think the first gamer I subscribed to on YouTube was Markiplier. And for a good while, you know, I wasn't really well versed with like YouTube at the time. Like I didn't know you can kind of use the search kind of like you use Google. But then I watched Markiplier for about a year, and then a friend of mine in college introduced me to Dashi. And then when I got introduced to Dashi, that kind of opened the gates up for all the black gamer YouTubers. So your Corey Kinshins, your Run JD Run, your Burleezies. I saw all of those people, and then I forgot which YouTuber it was, but one of them made a video kind of showing their setup, and that's when. That was like 2016ish, and then it was just like, okay, like I game a lot. Why not post it on YouTube? And so I got me a capture card. I was recording videos off a MacBook, and I think the first YouTube video I uploaded was Batman the Telltale series, because that was a game I was playing at the time. And yeah, it's been on again, off again with YouTube. And then in late 2020, I knew Crew, Chicks and Giggles, and she streamed on Twitch. Made it look easy. I was just like, I always was against live streaming because I felt like I was very awkward, but you know, I started consistently doing it in 2021, and I was very consistent in 2021 and 2022. I haven't been consistent the last 3 years, but I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. It's my little escape from the real world, and definitely want to do more with it. But yeah, that was the story of how I got into content creation and streaming.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people get inspired by these YouTubers into content creation, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Um, I think that's some of their the points for some of their content. Besides just creating content, it's just to inspire the next generation of content creators. I think one of my one of my thought process that I always have in my head is, what does it look like to retire from content creation as like when you get older? That is just something out there, because we don't have any old, like really, really old streamers, like people that have done it like for 50 years. You know, you talk about people that work in like different industries or whatever, and you just don't know what that looked like. Especially if you do it for like besides like as a hobby, you do it for like a business and stuff like that. A lot of people like branch off, but I think in the last couple 5 or 6 years, damn, it's 2025. 5 years, especially when COVID hit, that's when everybody started getting onto the train of Twitch stream, live streaming, and all that other stuff, because that's all they could do. Um, I think TikTok really got more prevalent too, into the forefront, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I was not really using TikTok until like more recently, so I have no idea. Um, Megan, what about you? What made you want to start creating content?
So back in my early days of college, we had like a gaming group, and we were all supposed to get together and start doing our own streaming content. But unfortunately, that group like we didn't last, so we all kind of like branched out and went our separate ways. At first, I was going to do like content as like a passion, not passion, as a hobby, just to have fun and stuff like that, and it turned into a passion. And I have been doing content creation for 7 years now. And when I first started off, I was both on Twitch and YouTube trying to test the waters, which one I like better. I eventually like Twitch better because I had like more people come over there and see like more people using Twitch more on YouTube anyway. And like with YouTube live streaming, to me it's not as good as Twitch, but like overall for posting videos on YouTube, I feel like posting videos on YouTube is better. But for short wise and stuff like that. But yeah, I stayed on Twitch for a while, and then last year I got YouTube partner, and like the main games I would play on my challenge are like platformers and FPS. And then back in I want to say 2021, like the pandemic days, like TikTok like popped off on live streaming. Like I would get like hundreds of viewers on TikTok. Like TikTok is like a really good platform to stream on. Even to this day, it's really good. Yeah, like trying to find like I feel like TikTok is the easiest platform for anybody to grow on.
Mm.
But yeah, I had dabbled into those platforms, met a lot of a lot of cool people in the industry as well that are my best friends, and like some of us live close by, so we get together and hang out when we can.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how you can meet people online, y'all end up like hanging out, or like you live closer than what you expect to. Y'all just get together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also, excuse me, allergies, and I like to write down stuff that people be saying so that I can come back to it. I do agree that when it comes coming down to meeting people online, it's really I said this last episode, I think. I can't remember, but I did say this last episode, is that normally the people that you meet online are more closest to you than the people that you meet in real life. They're also the people that you trust the most. Sometimes it's basically because you don't really know people that well, but as you grow to know them, you're bonding more. It's like reliving your childhood. You're bonding more. Um, you're bonding more as an adult because you play video games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, I think video games and all that stuff is a bonding experience. That's something that everybody should experience if you have it. And I hate when people say stuff like, "Oh, well, video games is for children." Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but to be doing it for 7 years is crazy. I'm happy to hear that. I would like to say that I've been doing it for a similar amount of time. I did start on YouTube, but I just have never finished it. I just switched over to Twitch. Stopped doing YouTube like that. Congratulations on YouTube partner. You deserve it.
Thank you.
I would like to add a post credit me, add the claps. I always say stuff like that. Never do. Yeah. like to try to find your way through every single platform. Some people's like, oh, YouTube's the best, Twitch is the best, Kick is the best, TikTok's the best. At one point, Facebook's the best. You really don't know which one is really the best, except until you actually do it, because you can't trust everybody. I do agree that TikTok is really hot right now. I can't grow on TikTok because I be streaming for hours and people don't be liking me. It's okay though. I'm trying to get like you, trying to become a YouTube partner. But may you get Twitch partner, may you both get Twitch partner, YouTube partner, for DJ, and get to you, getting y'all success. I have a lot of questions. Megan, what would you say has been your favorite moment in your content creation journey so far?
I'm gonna have to say, like, going to conventions. Like, when you go to conventions and like you see like your like online friends in real life, it's like a big old like welcoming, like how do I say, like a reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the fun events you could do there, the panels were nice. I don't know, it's like a vibe just going to conventions, especially like DreamCon. Like that has to be like the first con I went to. And like I went to DreamCon since 2022, but since then I never missed a DreamCon. Like I remember back in 2022, they had like the DFW area, and I didn't know it was in the DFW area, and I lived there. I pulled up to DreamCon so quick.
Oh,
But,
I understand. Yeah. Okay. I think, and I missed the part. I missed the part. I forgot to say more about meeting people online and offline is a very different experience. Not everybody gets to meet their IRL, not IRL friends. Not everybody gets to meet their online friends offline. And sometimes that experience could be good, and sometimes that could be bad. So to have a good experience with the people that you meet online is good because you don't know who they are in person. Because an online personality, that's not on stream is very different than a person that is on they are in real life. As I always say, I talk a lot, I make a lot of jokes, I'm chaotic on stream, but in person I'm very shy. But that's just me. But conventions, I'm set. I DreamCon this year, goddamn. DreamCon this was my first con ever. I don't think there's any good cons in my area. So anybody that's living in, areas where there are a majority of Black people who are making these events and putting them together, and just, it doesn't even have to be a Black event. It's just you just have events for people that look like your skin color. I think that's great. And then you get to, as we know, you're a cosplayer, so you get to show off your cosplayers as well. So there's always added benefits to that. DJ, what about you? What has been your favorite moment in content creation so far?
Definitely meeting people in real life. I feel like I have friends in different locations. As a person who likes to travel from different places, I'm trying to go out to the West Coast. But as a person who likes to travel, I always feel like, oh, I know a person who lives in this area. So like Texas, went to DreamCon, knew multiple people who lived in the Houston area, and then obviously creators who visited. But I've met a lot of great people over the past few years, and it's weird, at first meeting people off the Discord because you only see people like face up, and then it's just like, okay, meet them in person. You see, okay, this is what you look like outside of the box and all. So that's definitely been a fun experience. Also, just when you meet people and then, you kind of start talking about content, you definitely leave feeling more inspired to expand your content, if that makes sense. So, even though Twitch is like gaming and stuff like that, you could, do more with that, do more with your content on YouTube. And I love the feeling of feeling inspired. It's just, I need to act on it. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. That's how I left DreamCon as well. One of the fuel that started this podcast was definitely seeing the other creators in person. As I always say, people ask me about like my content and stuff and why I keep trying to do it like more so recently. Because seeing every single person I've ever seen online with millions of followers or, hundreds of thousands of followers in person brought them down to earth to me. They are still human beings. That means they are still, whatever they're doing is still obtainable to me. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing or whatever. They had a lot of good panels. Um just seeing them in general. It is an inspiration. And I think one of the hardest things is to act on what you have going on. Everybody has different situations. For me, like whenever I have ideas, I try to write them down. I try to get that stuff out of there. There's definitely a lot of stuff that we could be doing more of. And as I told X Big Fresh X, who laughed at me in my face, I said I wanted to be the Kobe Bryant of Twitch. But it's okay, Fresh. I forgive you. Yeah, I think the whole meeting people and having that dynamic with individuals is good because there is, and we all have seen it. There's a lot of negativity online, whether that is off what is this streaming or just in general. There's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of stuff happening to people, which is really regrettable. And yeah, so having those positive moments with great people is great. That's how you build a community. All right. I think I asked Megan. So DJ, what has been your worst moment in content creation so far?
Probably right now. I haven't been creating content.
Mhm.
Definitely inconsistency. As I said, 2021 and 2022 were definitely more consistent years. I had growth both on Twitch and YouTube. I had a consistent schedule going. However, in 2023, pretty much when me and my old roommate, when we stopped being roommates, it kind of created a chaotic situation. And I pretty much had a month to move out. We're still cool, by the way. We're still great friends. But he pretty much told me last minute that he was moving back with his folks, and I had like less than a month to find an apartment and then move. And I don't know if I really settled. This is like the first time in 2 years where I had like a place where I could like settle down. But then I would experience like a lot of burnout, a lot of lack of discipline, and then sometimes life just be lifing a lot of the time. I'm glad I'm in a better mental health space now. So it's just a matter of, finding the groove and just being consistent like I was, because I know what I'm capable of. It's just I need to stop saying stuff and actually start doing.
Mm-hmm. They say that when you say stuff that you give the energy of what you said that you should be giving the energy to what you should be doing.
Yep.
I do have more to say on that. But Megan, I don't know why I said that with such a happy sound. Like, what is your what is your worst moment? It's crazy. Megan, what has been your worst moment in content creation?
That's a hard one. Like, I want to like add on like being consistent, like especially like being a college student. Like, I'm doing better now, but like trying to be a college student, trying to do content creation, that's like really hard. Another thing too, I want to say like trying to get Twitch partner. Like, I got YouTube partner last year, but with Twitch partner and them not counting lurkers and stuff like that, I'm getting to the point where if I don't get Twitch partner. By the time I've been streaming for like 10 years, I'm gonna give up on Twitch partner. I've been wanting to get that for a while, but the requirements, I don't know. I feel like it's lower requirements, especially now you're not gonna count like lurkers. But yeah, those have to be like my issues. And then people just starting drawing with you for no reason. You exist and people be having issues. Like it's weird. In the content creation industry.
Mm-hmm. No, I with both of you, with what both of you were saying, starting with what how Megan was talking about being a college student and stuff like that. Like, you know, I could even compare that with having a job, you know, working a 9 to 5, and you know, being doing something like going to college and learning and stuff like that. Like those things, you gotta maneuver yourself around, and they also take the energy, the mental energy that you should be putting into content creation as well. So that is all tough. I think that being inconsistent is just the name of the game. You're gonna have good days and you have bad days. And sometimes you might have good months and bad months, good years and bad years. It's all about. It's really how can I say that mental health breaks are always important. I took a very long mental health break last year myself. Took a bit off being really consistent, so I do understand like burnout and stuff like that. Mental health is always going to be important. Whenever I see like Corey Kenshin being hassled by, you know, his fans, quote unquote fans, about making content and stuff like that, you know, I always say like, you don't know the amount of pressure it takes to make content. You don't want to make terrible content because nobody's going to like it. You got to always make, I consider myself a perfectionist, and then sometimes I just get lazy. So, you know, with all of that, you got the pressure of life, be lifing, you know, and then trying to create a situation for yourself on the internet. I would like to say if Twitch existed back in like 2007 ish, or maybe or like was more relevant in 2007 ish, I feel like we will all be a lot more successful. But the internet is a lot more, again, toxic. And then you have to compare yourself with people like Kais and Nat, who streams for 30 days and get 1 million something subscribers, making about $2 million in a month. And, you know, everybody's going to compare you to stuff like that. Like, I would love to have the production quality. And, you know, as I always say, Kais and Nat is one of our favorite topics around here. And it's not even a bad thing. It's just like, we have a lot to do. But yes, being inconsistent is such a huge issue. I think the best way to get around that is just knowing your limitations and understanding that the community that you have built already is the ones that's going to support you when you come back and will support you when you leave. There's plenty of times I've seen many creators who just stop streaming and stop creating in general. I'm like, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So that sucks. But may you both get what you deserve in a positive way, and I would like to see you guys succeed. Megan, what do you say? What do you say? Words. What would you say is the most rewarding part about being a content creator?
It's like being able to share what you love to the internet. Like showing your passions and being able to communicate with people. Like being a college student, it is so hard to like make friends. Like there's a amount of times where I had people on my Instagram from school. Oh, let's hang out. You don't ever hear from them again.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. I remember back in the day when being a nerd, being a geek, whatever you want to call it, like an anime and all that stuff was taboo. It was the worst thing ever. And I was in middle school when that happened. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! And people were like, look at that weirdo over there in the corner playing with his cards. Like, it was not a fun experience. So I do agree having the ability to share your passion with the world. You know, you have 7 billion people on the planet to share your passions with. Somebody gonna pick up. And, you know, that's why I think it's very important to be genuine as an individual to your audience. You don't want to be fake. That's why I can't do specific games. Because I'm not trying to put myself in a niche that I don't want to be in. You know, I call myself a variety streamer because I'm a variety streamer, and I think that we deserve better. Excuse me. But yeah, being able to share passions, it still goes back to, you know, meeting people on the internet, and having meeting new people at cons and having fun with them and learning them, and just again making a new best friend that you can share that, you know, anime vibe with. My opinion. DJ, what would you say has been your favorite what has been the words? What has been your most rewarding part of content creation?
So one thing that my therapist has always told me is to always enjoy the journey, because the journey is definitely a long one. And I will say, looking back at like old videos of me wherein I was shy and, you know, I would say very uncomfortable on camera. I definitely have a lot of growth. A lot of growth has happened, and I am happy to say, like, I've definitely grown since I've started content creation. So definitely the journey has been a good one. I've met a lot of great people on this journey, and hopefully, you know, I still meet great people.
I think one of the key points of what you said about having a therapist, a lot of you, sorry, maybe gentle, a lot of people in this world, in this country specifically, needs therapy. Doesn't matter your race, sexual orientation, or whatever, you need therapy. You go through a lot. And the amount of stuff you go through in this day and age, no matter what somebody back in 1970 say, oh, back in my day, we couldn't drink out of. Yeah, I know. You're still going through a lot. There's a lot. I'm not going to go through the whole list of every bad thing that's happening. Everybody's situation is different. The situation that we go through in this day and age is different than the situation we went in 1970, 1980, 1990, and whatever. Therapy is important, whether it's online, whether it's over the phone, or whatever. Take the time to master understanding yourself before you start really exploring the world, honestly, because, you know, loving yourself is important. Giving yourself grace is important, because we don't. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had to say that a little bit. Mental health is important to me. It's important. But yeah, your own growth will always be that thing that like motivates you a little bit. I think that we tend to forget where we came from, where after getting to where we are, because, you know, we all started with one viewer. I don't know. I feel like Megan started with 100 viewers as soon as she started streaming. I'm just saying. I feel like it, but, you know, we all started with that one viewer, that one person that came around, and that's like those two people who came around, three, whatever. There's going to be that person, and that's how you build community, because you're a genuine soul. You're a person that has grown, and people want to see you grow. There's a lot of people that want to see these new content creators grow from the bottom up. I know one person was telling me at one point, was like, hey, don't buy all this fancy stuff. Like right away, you know, people want to see you grow. Like if I'm gonna go in debt trying to get fancy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, people, the journey is not just for you. The journey is for you and your community. You know, whether you are playing a long crazy game, whether you're, you know, ranking up in shooting games or whatever, the audience is there with you every step of the way. They're either cheering you on or calling you a piece of dog trash. And sometimes they're mostly calling you a piece of dog trash. Gotta love the community. Which moves in to my segue here. DJ, what would you say is your favorite part about your own community?
Well, my community likes to troll me a lot. What was it? I played Sekiro earlier this year, beat it, but yeah, I think I had close to 200 deaths throughout the entire gameplay of that, and yeah, my frustration showed on camera a lot, and that's probably not the. I just get trolled a lot. I appreciate the trolling, but I get motivated and then I get competitive and I'm just like, I'm better than this, and they troll with love, so I definitely appreciate that. But sometimes during fighting some of the bosses, it was just like the trolling was just it was a lot.
Yeah, that's. I think whether we want to say it or not, the trolling is just, with love is positive.
Mm-hmm.
There are toxic communities which I don't understand that exist that doesn't just troll. They be committing some crimes, like calling cops on people. What do they call it?
Doxing
people. Yes, and that's why I don't like putting my information out there, because you never know. Somebody might do that. I'm not trying to have that happen to me, but I know they do it to bigger content creators or whatever. But to have that trust with your community is important. And yeah, trolling is love. I hate that I said that. I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Megan, what about you? What do you love about your community?
They're so supportive, and they're sweet, and I like how we all get inside like the Discord together, and we like watch movies, or we like watch each other's content to support each other. Cause I know it's like different time zones, and it's hard to go by and catch everybody's stream, so we just kind of like set a set day and time we can all like either watch movies or support each other's content, or if we just want to like chat, we can do that too.
So you have watch parties for other content creators? Like you watch other people's content at the same time? Damn, that's cool. I've never thought about that. That is very smart. But
it's pretty cool.
Having support, sometimes that support is trolling, which is, again, troll is love. Trolling is love. Put that on a sticker. Yeah, support with the community. I think the main part of the whole content creation game is creating a community that is supportive, because you need a foundation. You are cool by yourself. You could do all that great stuff, but if you don't have a community, you're always going to fail. And you're always going to feel like you're failing because you don't have a community. And kind of you are. I mean, you kind of are. The point is to stream to people, let them watch your content, blah blah blah. Maybe your personality, you may just not have good content, but it is a learning experience at the end of the day. But not everybody has supportive community. But their intentions are wrong because they don't have the love for the game. Just not to be ironic. Okay. DJ, I know you haven't streamed in a while, so this might be it's a.
I mean, they're coming back.
It's a general question. So how do you measure your own success beyond the metrics like the viewership and the subscribers?
So I definitely, that's how I used to measure success, but now I measure success of, I measure success by, I rewatch my VODs now. I used to avoid rewatching them, and I just wanted to see like, okay, Did I make sure if I got rated, did I do my intro? Did I give every viewer, that came and talked in chat, did I ask them how their day was? I try to make, people feel special for coming into the stream because, everyone has their own 24 hours in the day, and someone coming into your stream that's special because they took time out of their day to come to your stream and chat. So I try to make people feel special. Was I off? I try to measure my tone and voice. So I try to basically have a welcoming tone and all that for anyone that hops into the stream, and just make sure I'm not putting them off. I'm glad that you're here, but also I may be trying to fight like a boss as well. So just, I try to do that. And so that's kind of how I measure success now. Just making sure everyone has a good experience, and, I'm acknowledging that they're here and thanking them for being there.
Mm-hmm. I think, and people can judge me, but that's one of the hardest things to watch a VOD. It's hard to watch yourself do stuff. It's hard to watch yourself talk and play video games and a lot of other things. And sometimes that's what stops but what words? Sometimes that's what stops people from making clips and stuff like that. But I congratulate you for being able to watch your VOD. I don't think I've never watched any of my VODs like that. I'll skim through it to be like, oh, this is where I put a clip at, clip, stuff like that. So to critique yourself in a way that benefits your community is admirable in itself, because not everybody does that. Nobody cares about, doing better for themselves. Nobody cares about improving their content and figure out ways how to do that. Sometimes it just starts as simple as you have done by watching yourself and figuring out whether you're doing the right thing. Making sure everybody have a good time. That's very important. What about you, Megan? How do you measure your success?
By being consistent. If I can post a short every day, on my channels, and posting content every day, even if my content doesn't get a lot of views, it's hey, at least I posted a video today. I'm doing something on my channel, not letting it stay stagnant.
Okay, I think that is also hard. I don't think anybody's I'm not gonna lie. I think it's very it is very it is possible to post every day, but some people just can't do it. And if you're posting every day, I've seen your posts, you're doing something that a lot of people can't do in content creation. And some people be having stuff in their drafts. I'm like, how do you have something in your drafts already? You be filming the entire day. You be creating the content the entire day, got in your drafts, and you're like, okay, well, if I don't do it tomorrow, I got 12 right here. It's a lot. So to post, to be on your own butt, trying to post every day is again admirable. And these are facts for those who are listening, what y'all should be doing for yourself. And it's not even for just yourself. It's also for your community that you're trying to grow. Okay. Megan, how do you deal with creative burnout?
Just normally take a break depending on what it is. If I'm getting tired of playing FPS games, I'll switch genres and play single player games or co-op. Or if I'm just getting tired of playing games on stream in general, we can watch content. Watch TV shows, and then Hell's Kitchen. I used to always watch Hell's Kitchen on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything different?
Okay. So that's for the streaming side of things, do you feel like you get creative burnout while posting or creating content? Like, no, like posting content as well? Do you feel like you have that?
Sometimes depending on how much it is, because like I try to like shoot all my videos in one day and another day try like post all my videos throughout the week. But like I think the thing is like when you have to edit those videos by yourself. Now when I had editor a while back, it was easier, but when you're doing it all by yourself, it's hard. That's why like I don't even find myself editing my shorts. I just find a short for my stream and then post and go, especially now that I'm a full-time college student. It's like I don't really have time to like edit too much.
Yeah. You had an editor. Was it free? Was Dave?
No, I had to pay him to edit my videos, but like he's really good. Yeah, my videos.
How much did you pay him?
Like I think it's like 200.
200
200.
content?
Like he'll do like it wasn't per video. I think it was like 200 for 4 videos for the month. Like he had like a video package, but I had paid 200 at the time. I think I did it for like a few months, but yeah.
For 4 videos. Yeah, that's gotta. Is that like Instagram clips or like YouTube stuff?
YouTube videos.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I'm about to say because like you get 4 clips for $2.
No, it was for YouTube videos.
Oh man, yeah, you would never see me. Like y'all gonna see me at once a week. But no, right. Yeah, that's something I wanted to get into myself. Was like getting to the whole editing part of editing. I guess like being able to do it for other people, but I can barely do it for myself. So how am I supposed to do that? But the way you deal with burnout is very different than other people, which is interesting, and I'll talk about that as soon as I ask DJ, how do you deal with creative burnout? And again, I know you're on a break, but there's definitely ways that you must know deal with.
Well, yeah. So what I used to do is I would just take impromptu breaks, not tell anybody, or but what I want to do in the future is like if I'm like experiencing burnout, maybe limit myself. So I try to do when I have my consistent times, I try to do 2 streams a week. Maybe sometimes that's limiting myself to maybe 1 stream that week, and then take the other days to actually do self-care, touch grass. Through this therapy journey, I have discovered that I have love for other things outside of this room, outside of this apartment. Like I like to explore downtown because Detroit has gone through a bit of a renaissance. I'm also in the process of training for a marathon that's in 2 weeks now. So I've been doing that. That helps me get out the house, long distance running. And then winter's coming soon. So my formal workout would definitely be the gym. But I try to do stuff to take my mind off content creating. Because typically if I'm here, I work from home as well, so I'm spending a lot of time in this room. So it can be a bit difficult to get away from content creation, and so what I would have to do is get out the house. So that's my way of like getting out of burnout, just getting outside, exploring, exercising, doing anything that doesn't involve me being in this room.
I see. Now, before I go into a whole tangent, as I mentioned earlier, fitness being one of the things that you're interested in a lot. Do you feel like you can't combine the two together, like being at the gym and doing a Twitch stream at the gym?
I am terrified of bringing a whole tripod to the gym because I don't want those looks. And plus, I don't know if I can actually record myself at the gym that I go to. I don't know if like I've seen people record, but doing a whole Twitch stream, I think I'd rather just keep that side private. Maybe if I go to a different gym, I may start recording my workouts. But yeah, I don't know if people have brought up to me that they wouldn't mind gym streams, but it's one thing to create content in the privacy of my own home, but to do it out in public is just oof.
Yeah, I understand that. Usagi from my last episode, make sure you guys check out episode 4 with Usagi and the Husky Hokage. He is an IRL streamer who streams in Philadelphia, and he said that one of the things that he learned was the respect that you must have for other people besides yourself in these public spaces, because you're not the only person there, compared to these other content creators that be farting on people, stealing people's food, and all sorts of other stuff. I mean, like I said, it'd be interesting to see a gym stream, but I'm not like telling you to go run and steal somebody's dumbbells or something. Just obviously everybody that wanted to watch you do one of these streams has ulterior motives. Stop staring at his ass, ladies, men. So yeah, so shout out to you for your marathon in 2 weeks. Make sure y'all support DJ with his marathon running. I think this is not your first time, if I remember correctly. This is like
this is number two, but I am better prepared because I've actually consistently ran. I ran like 3 times a week the last time, and yeah, I'm definitely better than the time that I posted the first time. So
that's good. I think that for me, with like being in a space like this, I'm more comfortable being at home. I don't work from home though, but to have your work and your play all in the same place is not very comfortable to me. And I can say that I guess I can even say that for people who are college students. You don't really want to work in the same room that you play in. I think that can break you down a little bit. One of the things that I heard a long time ago was like, if you ever need to do like actual work stuff, like, on your computer or stuff like that, like you should bring it to the living room outside of your bedroom and all this other stuff. But, some people have, studio apartments, so they can't separate the two. So that whenever you are in that space that's supposed to be fun and inviting, it doesn't feel like another job. It doesn't feel uncomfortable to you mentally. So again, getting out there, touching grass, that's very important. Going back to what you were saying, Megan, about switching games and stuff like that, I don't think I've ever heard of someone not completely stopping creating content, like just stopping to take a mental health break, but just switching gears and doing something entirely different, which I think is something that other people can learn. That you don't, unless you really truly need to, you don't have to stop yourself from creating content. You just got to switch your gears a little bit to do something different. And I think those types of things invite different avenues and different people to your community as well. So again, shout outs to you. Make sure you do follow both DJ versus Everybody and Megabyte Megan. This is the end of the podcast. I appreciate y'all for starting. I appreciate it coming through. No, but we're not finished. So I have a lot of questions here, but I'm trying to make good time. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this last icebreaker question. Megabyte Megan, what would you say is a non-hobby of yours?
A non-hobby.
Sorry, I don't
See
know.
now.
A non-gaming hobby of yours. I don't know why I said
Oh,
non-hobby
okay.
of yours. That
Okay.
doesn't even make sense. I
I was like, wait.
was like, what the hell?
I had to think for a second, like, huh?
My bad. Yeah,
A
non-gaming hobby.
non Okay, a non-gaming hobby of mine is writing. I even started writing. I have a new series coming up that I'm gonna start doing every Saturday, to where I write a story for that week, and every Saturday I'll like post a video of me reading the story that I did. I actually posted one today if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, like any type of short story I read, I want to share it to my audience. I'll do that. Like the recent one I did, I read 8.5 pages in 50 minutes handwritten. So like that's pretty fast. I'm really proud of myself for like making that story. And like when I go and when I was rereading the story, I was laughing. So like yeah, I definitely wrote something that was good. It was a short story that was a horror.
Not you laughing.
And
A horror story. Like, you said I was laughing the whole way through, but it was a horror story. That man. So just writing.
I do like film. I do film as well.
Mm-hmm.
And cosplay.
Mm-hmm. It's not stuff that we didn't know, but I do. I did see that you started posting about writing. I do have a friend of mine that's also trying to get into writing more consistently. I think writing can be tough sometimes. I used to write. I had a whole story. Can't remember the hell out of it though. That I wanted to do. It was like a multiverse type story. I had no idea where I was going with it, and I just never finished it. So to be able to finish your own books or your own work, that's important. I can write the hell out of a poem though. Roses are red, violets are blue. This podcast is dope. You should follow me too. All right. So simple. Thank you. DJ, what about you? What is your non-gaming hobby?
I definitely have a few. So definitely working out, running. I've actually been more into writing myself. I have a few goals that I have with like learning to love to write again. I think I don't know if this is like necessarily a hobby, but I've been like deep in a rabbit hole of like voice acting, trying to see like what that's about, because I've had people in the communities, they said that they want a what is it called? When someone like you listen to someone read a book or something, I don't know what it's called. I've been told I had the voice for that, which was weird at first, but now it's just like, I mean, why not give it a shot? So I'm open to trying new things as well. So
yeah, I think that's narration.
Something like that.
Something like that. Again, stop staring at his butt. Well, I'm gonna keep saying that. No, I get. Yeah. I had a couple people that wanted to do voice acting so far. Even my the voice of my podcast, of my introduction and my outro to my podcast, also wanted to do voice acting. So I was like, hey, go to podcast. Please, I need some help. I need something to do. I need him something to put. And so that's why they are in the front of my podcast to somehow expand their portfolio. I think voice acting, even I would like to get into voice acting. I just don't have a voice for it. I reading books and stuff like that. I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking like ASMR, but like also I don't know. I don't know what it is, but writing seems to be a common theme between you two. So I think we do need to get back into writing. I think we need to get back into reading. I say that for myself mostly. I don't read a lot. I read a lot of manga. I read a lot of comic books. And I had a friend express to me, why couldn't I read a book? I was like, I'm not gonna go into a whole spiel about it, but I'm a picture book reader. So I like my books with pictures, So, but no, I can still read. I don't really have the time to read. So I'm an audiobook person. I've listened to many books. And I think that is a good way of getting my books in. If nobody's ever checked them out, there's a show on this. There's a show called The Expanse. The Expanse is one of my favorite sci-fi series right now. The show and the book are completely different by the end of the show. I didn't like the fact that it got canceled, so I never watched the last episode of that show. But if you're interested in a sci-fi space futuristic show thing, check out The Expanse. Also check out Silo, which is on Apple TV. I don't know why I'm shouting these people out as if they paying me money. But it's also a good show. It had 3 books, and it's coming up on its 2nd season soon. First season was out, or no, it's coming up on its 3rd season. 2nd season was already finished. Really great, thing. So I always say, like, even for my podcast is for video and audio, for people that want to listen to it, people that want to watch it. You have to give people different ways to access your content in the way that suits and fits them. So, when people put stuff on YouTube, and you can listen to people stuff on YouTube through, like, you got to pay for it or whatever, but you can listen to people do stuff on YouTube. I'd be listening to Club Shay Shay. That's how I be listening. And other podcasts as well through YouTube. Again, that doesn't even it doesn't have to stop at one source. There's people on Snapchat still posting content. I've tried to post on Snapchat. Like, there's so many ways to get to the specific audiences, to get to specific audiences. Yeah. I don't know why I went on a tangent about writing and into TikTok posting, but that is what it is. Okay. DJ, this is an individual question for you. So YouTube often emphasizes polished, edited content, while Twitch is all about live, unfiltered interaction. How do you adjust your creative process between the two platforms?
So with Twitch, I think I let the community kind of drive that. So, sometimes I play a lot of, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals on stream, or when I was streaming consistently. So that's a game where, you're following the objective, but you don't necessarily have to put like full focus onto anything unless I'm playing like my ranked matches, which I haven't been doing rank. So I can have casual conversations, and sometimes the topic will get brought up. Maybe I have a story that relates to the topic, something along that line. So you can kind of jump from topic to topic when you're on stream. You don't necessarily have to stay consistent with like something. However, on YouTube, you, especially with recorded content, you don't have that chat, you don't have that community. The focus is essentially what you're recording. So I know I played like the Telltale series. I can't really go off topic with that. I can like talk about Batman stuff, but I can't really talk about, sports if I'm playing Batman on YouTube content. So I think that's the difference, and that's kind of how I curate my content depending on what platform I'm on.
You could definitely talk about sports with Batman. I don't know why. You can talk about anything you want in your YouTube. It's your YouTube. I do understand, like, to try to stay on topic, but some people like a little tangent. Some people like a little chaos. It's like, oh, here's Batman. He's beating my ass. But you know what else beats my ass? I don't know. Milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Let me talk about how lactose intolerant I am. Sometimes when I eat ice cream, my booty just go. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you can do whatever you want with your content, but I do understand, like the whole staying on, the whole community driven part of process of Twitch, which is why I do enjoy streaming more than I do like live content, because the community brings the content out of you compared to YouTube, where you got to bring it out of yourself for that content, which is why I say you can still talk about the sports, but I get it. Megan, um, does being a content creator help you prepare in your journey of becoming a film director in any way, and how so?
It does, because it already done build a fan base for me, so I can like share my ideas to the world. So like it definitely did help, and not only did it help with filming, it also helped with like me being social as well, because I'm monitoring communication, so I need to be more social, be able to talk to people. So streaming definitely brought out the talk to side of me as well. Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely helped me. Cause like with my brand, like my brand's not only gaming, it's other like animation and stuff like that. And I'm also able to find like voice actors online. So like I'm definitely like gathering a community in the future to do an animation. Actually, I have an animation being built as we talk right now. I'm looking for more animators, but I do want to do a short animation that's about can events as streamers. I made a skit about it, acting as different characters, and I'm like, that'd be interesting to try as an animation to see how good of a director I would be. So in the future, I can know how to lead when I make like my other films.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know why I started writing that. Oh my god. When you said films, my first thought was adult films. I said, whoa, what am I doing? Why am I writing this down? I don't know why I started writing adult films. I'm like, she's an adult. Yes, there's films going on, but what? I am so sorry. That's crazy. No, to have an already made fan base, I think helps propel a lot of content creators in their content creation journey, to do other things, because you have the ability to do so. Even with like, you can take the other shoe off the other foot for like other celebrities, like, wrestlers, for instance, like The Rock or John Cena or whatever. They got a whole fan base surrounding them based off of stuff they do in wrestling, and they move on to like TV and movies. That same fan base come to follow them, to support them in that endeavor too. Obviously, sometimes they want them to come back to the original thing that they were doing, but they're making a lot more money doing other stuff in that realm. So yeah, I do agree with you that content creation can help you do a lot more for yourself in the future. Because even for me, when I used to work at my old job as a supermarket person, I had to be a lot more social. I had to talk to people, and I was like, "This is really prepared. This right here is preparing me to be able to talk to people when I'm on stream and I'm live." Still don't do it as much often. I hate talking to people, but not when I'm streaming. Like in real life, that stuff sucks. But when I'm talking streaming, it's great, fantastic. Um, Damn, I really did write adult film. Crazy. Uh, um, DJ, what? Oof, okay. Fitness is really important for you, and often requires consistency and discipline, which are the same traits that content creation demands. Do you see parallels between your fitness habits and your creative workflow?
Oh, definitely. If I had the same passion if I could copy the discipline I had for like fitness to content creation, I think I would definitely be I'm in a good place in content creation, but I definitely see myself being like having a much bigger following, for sure. But as I said, I have to develop that consistency. I have to develop those habits. Posting consistently. I know you got on me that I didn't post clips a lot, multiple times. And I'm finally taking that to heart. I'm not that I was offended or anything. It's definitely the kick in the ass that I needed. So yeah, it's just I have to, the same discipline that I have for, like, you know, my workout schedule and running and things like that I've had over the last 3.5 months training for the marathon, definitely can be applied to other areas in life. Definitely content creation, since this is something that I genuinely enjoy doing.
Yeah, I would love to see the same passion that you put in fitness into content creation. That's kind of why I brought the whole thing, like filming yourself doing the gym work and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because as I always tell people, when people like to say, no, it isn't. Everything is content. Everything, even the negative stuff, is content. It shouldn't be, but it is, because that's the way the world is. We love to see the good and the bad of the world. We mostly like to laugh at the bad stuff because, you know, we're a-holes. But, you know, that's what we do. And I feel like if you could combine the two things that you enjoy together, whether you're at home, whether you're outside or whatever, I think that would benefit you to be able to have to put that same passion into it. Anyways, that is more of a advice that you didn't need. But yes, I do say create clips all of the time. Megan already has down packed. We ain't gotta talk to Megan about making clips and stuff. She filming one day and got enough content for the rest of the week. We all need to be like Megan. But and I say it to everybody else that I know too. Like, there's so many content creators. I said this last episode. I'm gonna say it again. If I'm in your stream, if we playing games together, and I do something wild and crazy, you need to clip it and post it. I don't know why I don't. There's a reason. That's gonna bring you views. The wild stuff is what people want to see. So if you hear me out there, the several people that I be streaming with, post that content. I know where you live. I'm just saying. Megan, do you feel more exposed when you're revealing yourself through the physical artistry of cosplay, or when you're letting people into your personality through streaming?
Can you repeat the question? Like, do I feel more exposed in person or in real life?
Do you feel more exposed when you're doing stuff with, you know, the physical aspects of cosplay? So, like, you know, you go into these cons and cosplay, and wherever you cosplay, just cosplay in general, like that physical aspect of it, or when you're streaming and you're only really pushing your personality through your streaming, because they can't really see you.
I think I feel, that's hard. Maybe more in person. I feel more exposed. But it's like, I don't think it's like in the bad way. I think it's like more so like in the good way. Mm-hmm. But I definitely feel more exposed in the physical with the cosplays.
I can understand that. I think even I feel that same way with like me being in person with people too, because I have to actually do something. I don't have games to follow on. I have to actually have a conversation on a lot of other things. But I'm glad that you're having a good positive reaction to that. Damn, I asked both those. I asked both the question. Okay, all right. Well, leading into the whole cosplay thing, to parallel off of that, for those that don't know, DreamCon 2025, god damn, 2025 was in May. I had went, Megan had went, DJ had went. I did not get to see Megan that entire time, and I hate the fact that I didn't, because I was trying to see so many people, and there was hundreds of people there, and I'm like, there had a lot of people that I was going to go see, and I was like, I don't know where they are. No one's looking at, posting on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm like, how am I supposed to find you? Megan is going to tell us about how she went to a panel that she was interested in and ended up leading the charge. Megan, how did that go for you?
That went pretty well. I was a bit disappointed though because that was a panel I was looking forward to the most. They were going to tell you more about storytelling. I'm like, okay, I want to learn more about storytelling so I can make my stories more interesting. And like, yeah, none of the panelists came up to the convention. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take charge even if it's for a minute. Like, it wasn't just me. Like, it was me and other people. We all passed the mic. We had all different types of conversations. But like, that ended up being a fun panel. I like how we all decided to make our own fun. We didn't stop the panel is not coming to the panel didn't stop us for like not having fun. So we just kind of made our own fun out of it.
Yeah. I did have seen that. That is a crazy statement. I did see that, and I think again it comes down to one of the positive things about content creation, and one of the positive things about DreamCon. Being around the people, the folks who support the things that you're into, are also into it, maybe even a little bit more interested into those things. And I'm appreciative of the panels that were at DreamCon. I learned some things, and some things I just supported, good friends for. And as that being my first con, I was very nervous. I had idea what to do or where to go, and I knew few people. So when I had caught up with DJ, who supported me with going around and seeing new people, seeing creators out and about, taking pictures with them, I was very happy because I was like, thank God I found somebody I know in this big ass area. And DJ is going to tell us how he met a couple of people that he was interested in meeting as well at DreamCon.
Yeah, so I met Swoozy. Swoozy was the first YouTuber I actually subscribed to. I was a fan. He's a storyteller. He's a storyteller, but he also sometimes animates his stories, and that was something that it was always an interest of mine, but just never really thought about until kind of recently into doing. So I met Swoozy. I met Run JD Run, which was one of the first Black gamer YouTubers that I subscribed to. I've been watching his content pretty much since 2015, and just seeing those creators. I also met a Detroit game creator. He creates games. He's been working on, I forgot the name of the game, unfortunately, but he's been working on the game for about a year and a half now. And I was able to play that at DreamCon, and it was very fun. And I definitely look forward to playing it when it eventually releases on Steam. I already have it wishlisted, so definitely looking forward to that. But also just meeting content creators through like other people was a great time as well.
It was a fantastic experience. You should go to DreamCon if you got the money for it, and being able to pay your own bills as well. So make sure you do that. At the same time, yeah, DreamCon was a great experience. Also, for those who don't know, by the time that this episode released and that you listen to it, DreamCon tickets will be available on October 10th. October 10th. October 10th. Make sure you check that out. Because if I don't buy them tickets, I ain't going. Whether it happens a couple of months from now, and you're like, "Oh, we got some late tickets to put." No. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the news segment of the podcast. So, according to the widely recognized tech and media news website, The Verge, EA, or Electronics Media, the renowned video game publisher behind franchises such as Battlefield, Madden, and The Sims, agreed to be acquired in a landmark $55 billion leveraged buyout. The consortium leading the the people buying the damn thing, leading the acquisition included a Saudi Arabia investment fund, an equity firm called Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners, which is also an investment firm, which is led by Jared Kushner, who is Donald Trump's son-in-law. This deal, announced on September 29th, is supposed to be the largest buyout in history, surpassing previous records. Under the agreement, EA shareholders will receive $210 per share in cash, blah, blah, blah. The acquisition underscores a strategic shift in the gaming industry, emphasizing the value of gaming intellectual property. Shut up. Across multiple media platforms, including film and television. EA's extensive portfolio of popular game franchises positions the company to capitalize on this trend. It also brokers the investment strategies that the PIF increases their involvement in the gaming sector, including previous stakes in companies like Nintendo and Take-Two. Since EA was bought in one of the biggest deals in gaming history, how do you think this change in ownership could affect the games they make, and if or how would it influence the direction of the global gaming industry as a whole? Megan.
Mm-hmm. With that, it's like with the political side, it depends on like what they add in with political stuff, because games are political, but if they're actually adding like Trump political stuff inside games, that's definitely going to be a problem. I could definitely see people like not wanting to buy a game because they have MAGA hats all in the games, or they have it as like third party like accessories you can buy through a game. I could definitely see an issue with that.
I never thought about that. That's crazy. Hell no, we won't go. What about you, DJ?
So I can definitely go on and on about this. As it's very concerning because EA has never been like the type to. EA loves money. They definitely love a lot their money. And as a wrestling fan, I know Saudi Arabia is very affiliated with like WWE, unfortunately, and they're going through like a whole sport washing campaign. I feel like they're trying to do the same thing with video games. The Saudi oil money runs very deep, and then Jared Kushner is involved, so it's just like, ooh, I feel like gaming in whole is becoming more luxury than it's like you're gonna have to. I feel like gaming is only going to be accessible for like people with deep pockets, which is unfortunate. I don't like it because everything is jumping in price. Systems that are 5 years old are jumping in price. You got games, companies deciding whether their AAA games should be $80 or $70. Hell, a controller is more expensive than the damn game. I don't like it. And it just feels like people are eventually going to be priced out, and that's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's an add-on to that too. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that add-on to that too. They purposely make stuff expensive, and like not only do they make the games expensive and like the controllers expensive, they make it to where it breaks on perfect. Like the controller drift. Like back in the PS2 days, I never had controller drift. Now with PS5, I have controller drift. I had to buy 4 different controllers. And I only had this. I had this PS5 for a while, but it's the fact that I had to buy 4 different controllers because of a freaking controller drift. And I thought like maybe if I get a more expensive controller, I wouldn't have the issue. So they had controller drift. They make stuff cheap on purpose. And then with Xbox, for example, their Game Pass went from like $20, I think it was like $14 or $19 to $30 now.
So
like,
yeah, if you.
Yeah. Oh, go on. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You can go.
No, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So the Ultimate Game Pass, if you wanted to like if you want it on like your PC and your Xbox, it went from 20 to 30. And I've just bought Game Pass on like the day before they raised the price. So it's just like, okay. And now I'm trying to like go to a different tier because I don't want to pay $30 for it. The website's broken because so many people are like trying to cancel their Game Pass now. But yeah, gaming is definitely becoming a luxury, and pretty much just like everything else, people are being priced out of things that they genuinely enjoy.
Yeah. And like with the Nintendo Switch too, there's no way that a single game should cost $100. Like, that's insane. 100, and like with the Nintendo games, they never go on sale. So whatever that price is for Nintendo, that's what the price is always going to be.
Yeah, I think you guys make good points. I do agree that the whole this whole thing becoming a luxury for some of us. I think that in a political way, unfortunately, in a way that, you know, people love to have control of things. I really feel that the only reason that, you know, Trump's son-in-law is involved is to have Trump's influence in a market that he don't have influence in yet, specifically. And I think, you know, it is just to make life hard. Everything that this man has done or will do will always be about some type of money and just to cause chaos. I mean, because you can. And it's all about control. And I was listening to a random ass interview about Diddy, which is a whole different other topic, and his need for control and being in prison and stuff like that. This is a long topic. All I know is, for those who ever go to jail, not washing your booty is not going to stop them from trying to get some of that booty. I know it's a weird fact, but this is what I learned from another somebody that was in jail. Okay, I don't know where I found that video from, but it was interesting. The title of that video was "Dirty Booty Isn't Going to Stop You from Getting That Booty Taken," and I was like, okay. What's this about? They didn't talk about that for like 40 minutes. Everything else was important. It was really not important, but interesting to learn. Jail is a terrible place. Don't go there. Okay. Throwing everything out the window. Throwing everything out the window. We're in the gaming segment part of the of the podcast where we win big money. AKA $50, a $50 e-gift card. Before I start this, and I normally don't do that, which was weird. Megan, what type of stuff do you have going on that you would like to talk about? You know, actually, rewind that a little bit. DJ talked about doing stuff with animation and being interested in that, and so we have a person who is here that's also interested in animation, who wants to be a director. That is a good link up there. Just saying, you guys should add each other, and maybe something might pop up from that. But, Megan, what type of stuff do you have going on now that you would like to mention?
So 2 things. One, like continuing on my animation. I started it in June. Just like at first I was trying to raise up money like from a Kickstarter. But yeah, I got scammed on Kickstarter and people like withdrawing their money. So I wasn't like, yeah, that upset me. But I also had people that were willing to work with me. Yeah, Kickstarter, like, and I even tried another platform. I forgot the name of the other platform. I think it was Indiegogo, but like I was unsuccessful with that one too. But I still had people that were willing to work with me. So we have pretty much all the lines. Now I'm just looking for more animators, and then once I get the animators, we can like really get started on the animation. I'm hoping by like the end of the year, if not early next year, we'll be done with the animation. But yeah, it was unfortunate that people donated and trying to scam me, and yeah, they just pulled out the money. But besides the animation, I'm also doing a writing series on my channel where every week I write a story, and on a Saturday I read a story into like read a story on the video, or I might even read on stream like I did with the previous one I posted. And I just have my audience like listen to it and like let me know what they think about it. But those are my main two things that I'm doing new on my channel. And the other thing I'm trying to do is get back into my reaction page, but I feel like I gotta work a little bit more on my gaming side before I do more reactions on my other channel.
Okay. Speaking of reactions, DJ has a reaction channel that has no videos on it. I'm just throwing him under the bus. I'm throwing him under the bus here. DJ, what about you? What about you that you like to talk about the stuff that you try to get into, whether it's today or whenever you feel like doing it?
Honestly, just trying to get active on all of that. So yes, putting videos on the reaction channel. I want to react to the Death Battle series. There's a ton of videos to react to it and provide opinions and all. Also, just react to various other things. I'm getting into anime. I'm currently watching Hunter x Hunter. I've had people say, hey, maybe do a Patreon of you watching that stuff. You never know. So I want to start that. It's a lot that I want to do. As I said, instead of saying it, I'm just going to do it. So right now, I kind of want to get through marathon stuff first, but I will be coming to stream before that, like before the marathon happens. And then after the marathon, I'm supposed to go to visit a friend on the East Coast for about a week. But after that, I want to make sure all things are a go, because it's no more excuses and no more just saying stuff. It's all about, really trying to, again, be disciplined in all aspects.
I agree. He gonna bring out the content in a couple of weeks or so, y'all. So he said 2 weeks from now he's supposed to do a marathon, and then after that a week of visiting friends. So yeah, he got 3 weeks to put out post content. Just saying, we putting him on a timer starting today. But no, I do agree. I think my hardest thing as well with creating content is the actual doing and knowing where to start. Because when you are a person that loves to make content, you have 35,000 ideas, and just one idea you just trying to get off the ground is very hard, but not impossible. I always say try to start with the easy thing first, and sometimes just sitting down, listen to music and a lot of things, it will motivate you. I did that the other day when I was working on all this stuff for the podcast, because I get distracted easily. I have like a life. So besides content, and so I was like, I gotta do all this stuff. I listened to music and I was like, turn this shit off. I need to do something. I gotta focus on the content. But I did both, which is great because, again, as I said before, we're getting into the gaming segment of this podcast. My guests have an opportunity to win a $50, say $30. I'm gonna take money off it. $50 gift card, $50 e-gift card. A Visa e-gift card. In this game segment, we'll have 2 featured games for the contestants to be able to win. Each game is a separate challenge, and the participant with the most correct answer across the 2 games will be declared the winner. And in an event of a tie after both games, we'll have a single tiebreaker challenge that will be determining the winner. There will be no additional rounds beyond this, just a straightforward, fair competition across 2 games and tiebreaker if needed. So, the 4 games that we'll be playing is Word Chain, or the 4 games that we may possibly, out of the 4 games we may possibly win, to do, not 4 games we try to win. 2 out of the 4 things that we may be able to be doing if we don't have a tiebreaker will be Word Chain, Clue Ladder, Text Me That, and How Well Do You Know Your Content. I love Clue Ladder, I love Text Me That, and I love Word Chain. I also love How Well You Do Your Content. I'm very biased on my own the stuff that I be creating. Word chain is a game where players are given a funny mashup phrase made from two connected terms, and they must figure out both original phrases that share the middle word, and they have 20 seconds to do it. And I will talk more about that if we do that. Clue Ladder is an individual game, so you'll be taking turns per question. I will give you 3 hints about a character or a game. You start with a hard, a medium, and easy clue. Your points are based on how quickly you get it. So if you get the first clue, you get 3 points. Second clue, 2. Last clue, 1. Text me that is emoji based. So you'll try to guess the game. We'll try to guess the title of the game or character or whatever it is. I forgot what it was right now. And each correct answer will earn you 1 point. Yeah. And then how well do you know your content? I will ask you 5 questions each about your own content, and every one that you get right, or at least close to, you get a point. So I'm going to spin this wheel. Only I can see this wheel. And we're going to see what you guys are playing first. I wish I had this is not what I wanted, but it's what we got. We got word chain, baby. All right. So, because I'm never clear on my instructions. So I'll be sharing my screen. And you guys, I have, and I said this before, say it again. I created this by hand. I thought about it real hard, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So, word chain. Like I said before, word chain is a mashup of phrases. So what I would do is I'll give you a name of something, mostly the name of a game, like Street Fighter here, and then you will have 3-letter word. You have words missing out of a word at the bottom. And you got to combine them together. It's kind of like before and after on Wheel of Fortune, if you've never seen that before. And you basically have to guess what this word is. I'll put how many letters it is at the top. You have 20 seconds to guess this. You will both be doing it individual. This is not a locked in game, so you could just keep saying whatever until you figure it out, until I tell you, and within that 20 seconds. So in this case, it's Street Fighter, and the word is jet. So it'll be Street Fighter, Fighter Jet. So it'll be more questions like that. I think I made 4 questions each, or 10 questions each of you. I don't remember. So yeah, I would flip a coin, but that takes too much time. So we're just going to figure this out. Who was the last person I talked to last? I think it was DJ. So Megan, you will go first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a timer for 20 seconds after I read, obviously, the first line, the first word, first name, whatever you want to call it. And you just got to keep shooting words at me, and I will actually I needed that piece of paper that I just threw. Oh, trying to be dramatic. Oh, I got another one here. Thank God. But I did take away my pen. All right, so I could calculate points and stuff like that. All right, so Megan, are you ready?
Ready as I can be.
All right, sounds great. All right, your first word on the word chain is Doom Eternal, 4 letters. Your 20 seconds start now.
Doom. Anal.
11 seconds.
Oh, Loom. DNA. Oh, that's 3 letters.
5.
Accelerate.
Time has run out. The answer was Doom Eternal, Eternal Life.
Oh.
Good
I,
one.
I was guessing round.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. First. That was first. That was first one. You only get one. You only get 1 point from these. Just let y'all know. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So you have 4 more chances after this to win some points, as long as he doesn't get more points than you. All right, DJ. Don't matter if you're ready or not. I'm going anyways. No, but are you ready? Are you ready?
I am as ready as I can be.
All right, here we go. Simple, easy stuff. Let's go. Damn. Why is my thing on here? All right. Your statement is Spiral the Dragon blank. 5 letters starting now.
Sword.
14
Blade.
seconds.
Right.
5 seconds. Time has run out. It was in fact Spiral the Dragon Fruit. I love this. No one's making any points. Y'all making me have to use all my games today. All right. Megan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Now that you kind of know what you're doing here, going to get to this next question. Your word on the word chain is Metal Gear Solid. 6 letters starting now.
Ooh. Oh shoot. Metal Gear Solid. I don't even know this game.
And
like that.
seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, I don't. Ooh.
1 second. My only advice to you both is to forget everything but the last letter of that thing. In this case, it was Metal Gear Solid Ground. All right. Think of them as phrases and other things. It'll come to you. DJ, your word on the word chain is Devil May Cry. 4 letters starting now.
Tear.
10 seconds.
Okay.
5, 3.
Why do I want to say Cry Me a River?
River is 5 letters, but still good. I mean, but we're also missing me, but you know, it's whatever. The word was Devil May Cry Baby.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know it's probably gonna get a little bit harder, but y'all run out of questions. y'all run out of words. Megan. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So this one is your word on the word chain is Kingdom Hearts. 7 letters starting now.
Golden. Heart attack. Heartbreak.
You said
Heart.
You said what was that one?
Heart attack or heart in love. Heartbreak.
2 seconds. I'm sorry. I stopped looking at this. I was trying to, because I thought I heard the answer there for a second. I had to make sure. I was like, wait a second. That wasn't it. I'm sorry. So the word was Kingdom Heart. Kingdom Hearts. Heart's Content.
Oh.
DJ, your word on the word chain is Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. 5 letters starting now.
Time break. Time.
10 seconds.
It's not time machine. It's not timeout.
5 seconds.
Time.
Time is out.
Damn.
Woo! This is a toughie. This is a toughie. It was Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Time Sheet. All right. Megan, one of y'all gotta make a point. One of y'all gotta make a point. I promise. All right. Megan, your word on the word chain is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. 6 letters, starting now.
Witch curses.
10
Witch
seconds.
brooms.
5 seconds. So every witch you can think of, time has run out. Damn, I don't know why I said that so late. I said that so late, though, every witch out there at the last second. It was, in fact, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, Witch Doctor.
Uh,
Feel like give me 1 second. Tissue on hand. That's very annoying. Hate having allergies. Okay. Middle of game. You guys have 3 more left. I would like to say that DJ, this is a hard one, and the very last one is also a hard one. Damn, I gave you both of these hard ones. Crazy. I am so sorry. You just happen to be the person that fits this thing. Okay, so DJ, your word on the word chain is Gran Turismo Sport. 2 words, 7 letters each. Starting now, 20 seconds. $15.
Sports. Jesus.
5. Time has run out. Gran Turismo Sport Utility Vehicle.
Oh God.
Or SUV. Megan, it's a little toughy, a little difficult, but I know you can do it. You can make me proud. You can make me proud with this 1 point that you gonna get. This is your last question. Okay? All right. Your word on the word chain is Resident Evil 2. 6-letter word, 20 seconds starting now. 15.
School? No.
5 seconds.
Witch?
0 seconds. Time has run out. It was, in fact, Resident Evil 2 timing. 2 timing a-hole, or whatever you want to call it. DJ, last one. This is the last question on the word chain.
Mm-hmm.
Your word on word chain is Gran Turismo 7. You have 2 words. 1 is 6. 1 is 4 letters. 20 seconds start now.
Ooh.
15. 10. Say everything out loud.
All I got was 7-cylinder engine. It's not even close.
Time has run out. It was, in fact, Gran Turismo 7, 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh.
I thought you was going to get it. I thought y'all was going to get it. That is the first time Word Chain did not have any winners, any points, ever. Thank God this is the first episode. All right, so next game means that y'all have to play 2 more games. Or somebody had to get a point. So what are we playing? Well, we playing on that's funny because I'm about to say it too. We about to play the Clue Ladder. Oh, let me turn my stream quality. Oh, my stream quality is down. Thank God, because I thought it was. Okay. We're playing the Clue Ladder. About to get to the instructions on Clue Ladder in a second. Clue Ladder is one of my favorite games. Well, all my games are favorites. So, Clue Ladder, again, is a progressive clue game. You have to lock in answers. So that means that if you have the correct answer and you don't tell me the correct answer, or you don't lock it in, I'm not going to accept it. You have 20 seconds. It's an individual play, so you will take turns per question. An example of Clue Ladder is this. I will give you the first clue. So a hero from the legendary fantasy series. If you can get that one, you'll get 3 points. The clue 2, which is he explores dungeons, fights monsters, and searches for princesses. If you give that to me, you get 2 points. And the third clue is the protagonist of The Legend of Zelda. Then I will give you 1 point. And obviously the answer to that is Link. So you will lock Link in on that when you know what it is. There are 2 sets of games on the Clue Ladder. There's strictly characters from the video games, and then there's strictly games on just games. Game titles. Sorry. That's when it turns blue. All right. Are y'all ready? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I need a point. I need something. Well, I'm keeping this money in my pocket. I'm just saying. I like free money for myself. It's always nice to wake up. When you like digging in your couch and you find like a penny. It's a great day. It's a great day. All right. So, DJ, you started. Megan started first last time on a clue. Whatever. She started first last time, and now you're on the Clue Ladder. So I'm going to give you your first clue on the Clue Ladder. Let me pull up the answers to the Clue Ladder because sometimes before you forget. There we go. All right. Now I would like to say that the Clue Ladder gets difficult over time, but the clues are pretty simple. And again, yell out what you think it is, but definitely lock it in. I will tell you to lock it in. You do have 20 seconds like last time. I don't know why these 20 seconds feel like they're long as hell, but short, but they ain't. Okay, DJ. Are you ready for your first clue on the Clue Ladder?
Yes.
All right. First clue on the Clue Ladder is an iconic video game figure in video game history. 20 seconds start now. I know. Vague. Like how I like it.
I can't say nothing right.
No. 10 seconds. Give me anybody. And lock it in. 5 seconds.
Mario, lock it in.
Oh, should I give it to him? Bro,
Can I say something?
Sure, you can say something.
So I can say answer or like what I think? Or...
No.
Okay.
The Clue Ladder is individuals.
Okay.
When you said lock it in, the time ran out. I'm just like, I'm gonna give you that one because as soon as you said lock it in, that was really good. That was really good. The answer was in fact Mario. That's crazy. The first time ever, as vague as it was. We got 3 points on the board for DJ with Mario. Other clues was the Italian plumber travels through colorful worlds and jumps on enemies. He would have got it that one. And he rescued Princess Peach from Bowser and is often seen with a red hat and a mustache. Megan, I think you can get this. I think if DJ can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. Are you ready for your first clue on the Clue Ladder?
Uh-huh.
All right, first clue is a classic character from early arcade culture. 20 seconds starting now. Start naming stuff off. You got 15 seconds.
Pac-Man.
Locking that in?
Mappy. I want to lock in Pac-Man.
Okay. The answer was actually... We'll come back after commercial breaks. I hate when they do that. But the answer was in fact Pac-Man. Look at that. That's crazy. Oh my God. Now they want to... Now they want to put points on the board. That's crazy word. Crazy word. All right. So y'all get the gist of it. The next clue was he navigates mazes while being chased by colorful enemies. And the original name of Pac-Man was actually Puck-Man in Japan, but Namco changed it so that people in America couldn't call him F-Man. It's crazy. Goddamn Americans. Anyways, DJ, this is your next clue on the clue ladder. Let me take a sip of this drink real quick. My voice got dark. All right, DJ, your first clue on the clue ladder is a classic video game ape. 20 seconds starts now.
I'm locking Donkey Kong.
That is correct. It is, in fact, Donkey Kong. I didn't really have a real vague response there, so I couldn't think of that. Other answers was he throws barrels and has a mischievous side, and he was the antagonist in the early Nintendo arcade game where Mario made his debut. Megan, I don't remember what the clues for this clue ladder was. Clues were, so I think you might be able to get it. But come on, you can do this. I believe in you. All right. So first clue on the clue ladder is a robot hero from the late 80s. 20 seconds. Start now.
Oh, he's in a cartoon, right? Dang, hold on, I can't think of his name, but I think he's in the cartoon.
Might have a cartoon. I don't know. And
he's like tall and he's gray. I don't know his name though.
5
tall,
seconds. Time is run out. Okay. Your second clue on the clue ladder is he defeats other robot masters and gains their abilities. 20 seconds starting now.
I know him, but I don't know his name. Dang, that's gonna suck. Is it Megatron? Cause he's like super tall, man.
Megatron is a good answer, but you have 4 seconds left.
It's like that, man. 'Cause
0. Okay. Clue number 3. You might be able to get this one. Also known as Rockman in Japan, he wears a blue armored suit and fires a buster cannon from his arm. 20 seconds starting now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lock in Megatron or something.
Locked in Megatron? All right. That was incorrect. The actual name of this character was Mega Man. You were so close.
Oh, I was so close.
Mega Man. Okay. DJ, your next clue on the clue ladder is a martial artist from a fighting game series. 20 seconds starting now. Remember to lock in your answer. You have 50 seconds.
I'm gonna lock in Ryu.
Okay. The answer to that was, in fact, Ryu. Other clues in the clue ladder was he travels the world to master his skills and compete in tournaments, and he's known for his white gi, red headband, and the Hadouken energy attack in Street Fighter. Megan, I believe that you can get some points on the board. If you could get this next one, you could get some points on the board, or more points on the board. Because right now, he's in the lead. But you got this. Clue number 1. A small round hero from a colorful platformer world. 20 seconds starting now.
His name Astrobot? I'm like an Astrobot.
Astrobot locked in? That is incorrect. Clue number 2. He can inhale enemies and copy their abilities. 20 seconds starting now.
Little Big Planet. That kid have a little that brown dude. Is it Sackboy? I think I'm locking Sackboy.
You locking the Sackboy? That is also incorrect. Third. This pink puffball stars in his own series and is known for floating in the air. 20 seconds starting now.
Kirby. Locking in.
It is in fact Kirby. That'll give you 1 answer, 1 point on the board. Still good though. Still good. You still have a chance, especially if he messes up on this. DJ, your first clue on the clue ladder is a scientist with a complicated mind. 20 seconds starting now. Uh, 10 seconds.
Dr. Eggman, lock it in.
That is incorrect. I actually don't even know the answer to this one, but we're gonna keep going. I'm not just kidding. I don't. I know the answer. I don't really remember what the hell the clues were, but that was incorrect. Next clue. He manipulates gravity in battle and can float above enemies. 20 seconds starts now. I remember who it is now. I just forgot the name. 10 seconds. I would like to say this is actually pretty good because I'll say it after I get through it. Time is out. Your next clue. This Dutch astrophysicist is a tank hero in Overwatch 2. Clue starting now. 20 seconds.
I never played Overwatch 2. I don't even know any of the characters. That's crazy.
I can tell you one name. One of them is Reinhardt.
Yeah, but it's not that person.
The time is run out. The answer was Sigma. The answer was Sigma.
I never would have got it.
Megan, you can put some points on the board. I'm just saying. All right, your first clue on the clue ladder is a young guide with a spiritual connection. 20 seconds starting now.
He's from Ghost of Tsushima? That's where the character's from. I don't know his name. Oh.
5 seconds. Time has run out. Your second clue on the clue ladder is she uses a staff and magic to help lost spirits move on. 20 seconds starts now.
Kia Bridge of Spirits. Her name is Kia.
Kia?
I lock it. Kenya, I lock it in. That's the name from the Bridge of Spirits.
That was in fact in. Sorry, that's what my throat. That's correct. It was Kenya. That is 2 points on the board. That means now that y'all. It doesn't matter what y'all points are. I'll say that later. Okay. DJ. Wait. So last one was the protagonist of the Kenya Bridge of Spirits, an action adventure game. You would have got it eventually. DJ, time to come back, friend. Your next clue on the clue ladder is a hero in a colorful mythological world. 20 seconds starts now. And if you say Kratos, I'm throwing you off the podcast. You got 10 seconds.
I'm a lock. You know what? Just lock in Sonic. It probably is incorrect, but
Sonic is definitely incorrect. But I'm about to say, like, a colorful mythological world. If anybody said Kratos, I would be very highly upset. Unless you say colored with blood. Anyway, second clue is they fight Greek gods and mythical creatures in a vibrant world. 20 seconds starts now.
that sounds like Kratos.
Don't tell you it's not. You got 10 seconds. 5.
I don't. Skip
One. Time is out. Your last clue on this ladder is the main character of Immortals Phoenix Rising tasked with saving the gods. 20 seconds start now.
Game before.
20 seconds has already started.
Oh, brother.
10 seconds.
Phoenix, lock it in.
That is correct. If you would have said anything else, that would have been hilarious. I'm like, it's in the name. I would have been so mad. I'm like, it's in the name. Oh, that's funny as hell. Man, I was thinking Kratos the entire time. That was my fault. That badgering the witness, Your Honor. It's crazy. All right. Megan, your next clue is a lone warrior in a dangerous world of feudal intrigue. 20 seconds starts now.
Now is that crazy?
You locking that in?
The Horizon?
Remember, characters.
I think I'm gonna lock in Horizon.
Rocket and Horizon. That is incorrect. Second clue. He uses a prosthetic arm and stealth and precise sword techniques to battle powerful enemies. 20 seconds starting now.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds. 5. Time is run out. You got one more clue. Known as the one-armed wolf, he is the protagonist of Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice. 20 seconds starting now.
Sekiro. I lock in my answer.
And that is correct. It is in fact Sekiro. Or the one-armed wolf. Either or would have been fine to me. And I would like to say that it's funny that you guys both got 2 questions of games that you guys have played, as Megan enjoys Overwatch and you enjoy Sekiro. I thought that was hilarious. Anyways, continuing on, we're going into the game names of the portion here. So each of you have 3 questions. Megan was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions here. That was Megan's last that was Megan's last one. So DJ, this is yours. I mean, of the characters, this is your first question, DJ, for the game portion. Remember, game titles. Your first clue on the clue ladder is a game that defined first-person shooters on consoles. 20 seconds starting now.
Call of Duty, lock it in.
That is incorrect. Clue number 2.
Oh, wait. No.
Clue number 2. Players step into the shoes of a famous British spy to complete missions. 20 seconds starting now.
I said that with too much confidence. GoldenEye. Lock it in.
That is correct. It was, in fact, GoldenEye. 007 GoldenEye. Or GoldenEye 007. Same difference to me. All right. Clue number 3 was released on Nintendo 64 and became a legendary multiplayer. Megan. God damn, that's crazy. Your first clue on the clue ladder is a game often cited as one of the greatest RPGs ever made. Start now.
Final Fantasy, lock in.
That's actually good. In that case, I would have said like the actual number of the game, but that was still incorrect. And it's neither of the Final Fantasy series, but still good. Still good answer. Okay. Clue number 2. It involves time travel and a diverse cast of characters and multiple endings. Starting now.
Split Fiction? Lock in? No.
You already locked that in. I'm sorry. He already locked it in. It is, in fact, not Split Fiction. Third clue. It was released on the SNES in 1995 by Square. 20 seconds starting now.
That wasn't going to be the other game I was thinking of anyway. I don't know.
9 seconds. 2 seconds. The answer was Chrono Trigger. It's Chrono Trigger. DJ, your first clue on the clue ladder is a challenging action game from the 1980s. 20 seconds starting now.
Contra, lock it in.
God damn! That is in fact the answer. It was in fact Contra. I did not think anybody was going to get that on the first try. That is actually crazy. I think he's cheating.
That's crazy.
I think he's cheating. Other clues were players fight through alien enemies and shoot their way through levels, and is famous for its cooperative gameplay in the Konami code for American players. Megan, Your first clue on the clue letter is a beloved RPG on a handheld console. 20 seconds starting now.
Can I say Final Fantasy now?
Is that your answer? 10 seconds.
Lock in. It's probably not it, but lock in.
It is incorrect. Clue number 2. A player uses magical abilities called Synergy to solve puzzles and battle enemies. Starting now.
Is it Psychonauts? Clock in.
Incorrect. Clue number 3. Was released on the Game Boy Advance and became a cult classic. Starting now. 15 seconds. 10. Give me anything. 5. 0. Time has run out. And that's fine. The answer was Golden Sun. Such an amazing RPG that everybody should have played on Game Boy Advance. That and its sequel, which they were connected. I think beautiful, beautiful game. I love that game. I can play that game anytime. Last 2 questions, by the way. DJ, you got it. You're going next. And as I always do, Megan, if you can get your last one, I will give you 5 points. Okay, so DJ, your first clue on the clue letter is a martial arts journey with a unique twist. 20 seconds starting now.
Sifu, lock it in.
Bifu?
Sifu.
That is in fact the answer. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating.
I played the last 2 games. That's the reason.
He's cheating. He's played too many games. Megan. He's cheating. All right. Players fight using hand-to-hand combat and age every time they die, and is a recent action game emphasizing timing, skill, and strategy. Megan, for 5 whole points, gotta get this last one. Okay. It doesn't matter if you get the first, second, but that third one, if you don't get the third one, I'm not gonna give you anything. But that first one or that second one, 5 points. All right, we got this. Clue number 1. A mysterious loop traps someone in a strange world. 20 seconds starting now.
I think it's called Time Loop. It's with that girl and that man. Yeah, I'll log in Time Loop.
That is incorrect. Next loop. Players must eliminate targets while navigating the same day repeatedly.
I know this game, but I don't know the name of the title.
20 seconds starting now.
Dang.
15 seconds.
Back in Time?
Back to the Future. It's not that. 5 seconds. 2. 0 seconds. Last clue on the clue ladder is a first-person shooter by Arcane Studios focusing on time loops. 20 seconds starting now.
Reversing Time, lock it in?
That is incorrect. You were so close. You were so close. You said time loops. It's called Death Loop. You were so close. You were so close.
I knew the game. I didn't know the title.
I know you knew the game. You was thinking. You said man and woman. I thought you was thinking Time Splitters, but you said Death Loop. That was the last game. So I'm gonna go, man. I'm gonna go look at these points real quick. Because it was actually jumping all over the place, and I didn't look at it. So let's see. DJ. I'm gonna use a calculator because I don't feel like using my brain. I'm tired. But we're gonna see because this could be a tie. This could be a tie. I'm trying so hard. Let's see. If this is a tie, I'm gonna be so excited if this is a tie because like you just don't know. All right. Let's see. DJ had this many points. I know y'all want me to say it out loud, and I will. It's not very loud, but all right, Megan. Okay. Damn. Am I tripping? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not tripping. All right, so DJ had a score of 18 and Megan had a score of 7, which means that DJ is the winner of the gift card, $50 gift card. I am proud of both of you. I really wanted y'all to get that first. Like, I don't know how y'all didn't get the word chain, but it's cool. It's cool. I made better time than I expected today, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming through and playing and being interviewed for the podcast. I always appreciate every person that comes and stops by here. You know, everybody deserves their flowers. You're here because you're a content creator. You're here because you've done what you're supposed to do. You've built up community. You're responsible for putting together a lot of things, you know, with your content. And I do hope that everybody, you know, you both grow the way that you want to. And yeah. Please do make sure you follow Megabyte Megan on all platforms and DJs versus everyone on all platforms, or everybody on all platforms as well. So this is what I'll be talking about. See how Megan don't switch her name more than once ever? And Mr. I gotta switch my
I've had that name for 2 years.
That's still too long. That's still too short of a time. But do you guys don't have anything else to say before we close out?
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is what, episode 5?
Yes, this is episode 5 of the Virtual Visionary Podcast that will be available on Spotify and YouTube, so you can see everybody's reactions, especially DJ's reaction when he knew Sekiro was the answer and Megan was also struggling. That was a very funny reaction to me. I was like, he's gonna know it and she's not. And I felt, did you know it was Sigma when I was talking about Overwatch? Megan?
Yeah, I did.
And Megan too. Mm-hmm. As it was foretold. But yes, until next time, to the next episode. This episode should be available on Wednesday or Thursday. But sometime soon. Yeah. And that is the 5th episode of the podcast. I appreciate everybody for stopping by and hanging out with us today. If you're listening on if you're watching on YouTube and such, you know that I had a lot of problems with my allergies and I apologize. And if you're listening on Spotify, sorry that we had to cut out actually we didn't cut out any content. I'm gonna try my best to make sure that your quality of the video is great. But besides that, just know I love you guys. I really do. I really do. Thank y'all for rocking with me for 5 whole episodes. That's literally 2 months and a half since we started. And like I said, you know, the beauty of, you know, DreamCon or going cons and, you know, being around people that are supporting your journey, or being around people that have the same journey as you, that are in bigger places, and being around them that will inspire you to also be great, to do better, to do more. So yeah, make sure that you do what you need to do for yourself, to work on yourself, to make things better for you. Whether that is in content creation, whether it isn't just regular life, whatever it is, you are your biggest critic, and you are sometimes your biggest support, and sometimes your biggest enemy. But either way, I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and may I see y'all again on another episode of the Virtual Visionary Podcast. Motherfucker. Peace.
A visionary is someone who sees beyond what is into what could be. They imagine and inspire new futures. Those who create are the ones who define the future. A future directed by you.